What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of BKNY Hoops. If you are new to the channel, I'm your host, as always, Rashid White. All right, let's get into it. You guys see the title, you see the thumbnail. Cade Cunningham, he has a strong message. He issues out a warning for the New York Knicks. He's talking about pretty much bringing back the bad boys, Pistons. It's definitely probably going to get really, really crazy. I'm actually really highly anticipating this playoff matchup over here, man. I see we got Jonathan, Claude, player one. What's good? What's good? What's good, man? How you guys doing? How you doing? All right. So, you got Ivan over there. What's good, man? How you doing, man? Let me get into the actual article here, and we're gonna do like an early head-to-head matchup. We're gonna look at the players and see who can actually really kind of come out on top of this, man. And hold on one second here, man. Let me wait. Hold on. So make sure we got the right thing up here, man. Before we get to that, all right. Hold on. All right. Here we go, right here. So it says over here, this actually comes from the Post. There's a couple of articles. So Cade Cunningham anticipates first round war between the Pistons and the Knicks. And he says it's going to be a war. The Pistons star said Sunday on ESPN. It's going to be a highly physical games, defense, battling out all on the glass, all those different things. I think it's going to be super exciting series for people at home to watch, and it's going to be a great test for us as far as the first series in a long time for the organization. So exciting. I think it's going to be a great one for us. So Cunningham, the first time All-Star this season, a strong candidate for All-NBA. Torched the Knicks in 4 matchups in this regular season, averaging 30.8 points, 8.3 assists, while averaging over 56% shooting over there. So it says throughout the whole year, just a really good player. And Mikal Bridges, who was one of the main defenders on Cunningham this season. All right, so it's going to actually have to be defense by committee, right? It's not going to be just one guy actually containing Cade. It's going to have to be him being blitzed pretty much. They got to get the ball out of his hands. And we're going to look at pretty much the whole roster there. Let me actually finish up this article. All right, so he says he had a terrific season. It's not just against us. He's done it against everybody. We understand that with great players, you don't guard them individually. You guard them collectively, Thibodeau said. So we have to understand what goes into that. And it says, I just said that to our team. You win 51 games. You're the 3rd seed. You earned the right to be in the playoffs. So if we look at the head-to-head matchup over here, man, right? The Knicks actually have the better team, right? They have a really, really high percentage, one-on-one player in terms of Cade Cunningham. But player one is right about the actual turnovers, right? He does turn the ball over a lot. But yeah, so as basketball is a team sport, so just like altogether, Mikal Bridges, right? We know what he can actually do. He can give you between, let's say, 20 and 30 something points on any given night. Let me get into the actual, and we're gonna look at this because if it was me, what I'm doing is I'm getting the ball out of Cade Cunningham's hands. And now Isaiah Stewart's another one. Let me see over here. I will force guys like Isaiah Stewart to actually beat me. He's going to actually have to play some defense against Cat. I mean, I think he is their starting center, and he is undersized in terms of like height, right? He's 6'8", not a true 7-footer, right? So that's probably with the sneakers. Without sneakers, he's probably 6'7". Let's look into his stats over here, man. So what I'm doing is I'm sagging off for guys like Isaiah Stewart. So and it says he's out. He's not even really playing though. Okay, so we'll see what actually happens next week over here. But like 6 points, 5.5 rebounds, 1.7 assists, and Let's see. We know pretty much. Oh yeah, I actually wanted to kind of get into his scouting report. That's one of the things I wanted to kind of have prepped up and everything, man. Because if Isaiah Stewart is only averaging like 6-something points a game, then we know in terms of like him as a basketball player, they never, he's never really gotten better. So pretty much like the same scouting report of him 2-3 years ago still probably applies actually today. So let's look that up real quick, man. Let's see, Isaiah Stewart's scouting report. All right, let's see here. Oh, here we go. This is back in 2019. So his NBA comparisons was Danny Fortson or Antonio Davis, right? So just like a typical throwback big man. So again, a below the rim athlete, very long with decent mobility, but lacks great leaping ability to finish athletic plays above the rim. But it's actually showing. Oh, hold on. I just stopped this and let's see here. Here we go. Where's this? Okay, right here. So you actually see the scout report over here, man. It's long, right? It says struggles to create offense for himself as his post game and ability to get open looks needs further development. Very muscle bound, but seems to sacrifice some flexibility with his muscle mass. Does not threaten opposing defenses with perimeter shooting at this point. Lacks a 3-point shot and needs to extend his range beyond the paint. So this is one of the problems when you have like and it's a couple of guys on here, man. So we look at, hold on, I saw Isaiah Stewart. So let's look at, I mean, this thing is annoying. It doesn't actually switch back. Yeah, Danny Fortson is actually perfect though, man. Yeah, that's bad right there. That's really, really bad, man. Hold on, let me get back to this. It's not sharing the screen. Like it's not allowing me to actually click back and forth. It's allowing me to. Okay. All right. So let's see if he actually really kind of improved though. So let's look at the stats. And where is it? Hold on. The fuck, man. Okay, here we go. Regular season. 32% from three, which is really below average. He doesn't really take that many. His assist numbers, blocks. So 6 points a game. His career average is 8.6. I'm gonna force guys like him to actually beat me. Let's see, Jalen Duren. Jalen Duren. Let's see how he actually fares out. All right, let's see here. Let's look at Malik Beasley. He's I think their shooting guard right there. He's 6'4", 187 pounds. And this is actually a really good matchup for Mikal Bridges, right? So he should be able to really kind of score against Malik Beasley somewhat. Let's see. Not the most. All right, so his assist number is 2.6. Let's see his stats. Okay, 3-point shooting. All right, so he's shooting 41% from the 3-point line this year. And he's averaging like 16.2 points a game. All right, so I mean, I think overall we're gonna get more deeper into this. Let me get the link up in here for you guys. The Knicks pretty much actually has the better team, right? And if, like I said, I'm taking the ball out of Cade Cunningham's hands. I'm gonna force these other guys to beat me. Tobias Harris to actually beat me. Now, when it comes to Karl Anthony Towns, now when he was with Minnesota, he would foul a lot. So I think he needs to actually play defense without fouling. That's the easy task. Mix his game up. Just don't be out there on the perimeter. Just actually start just chucking up threes. Try to get down low. If Isaiah Stewart is actually playing, he does have a height advantage over him. So I think Cat is like 6'11", almost 7 feet. Yo, Daniel, what's good, man? What's good? How you doing? Osmosis. He says Malik making crazy shots is literally the only way the Pistons actually. Yeah, exactly, man. And they gotta actually really kind of muck it up, man. Like get physical. But if the if the Knicks actually just move the basketball, don't play hero basketball, I think they should be actually fine. I have the Knicks really in how many games, man? I think 5. Maybe the Pistons actually get one. So, like you said, Malik Beasley can actually just take some crazy shots. But this, the experience. Yeah, Tim Hardaway's another one. Like guys like Tim Hardaway, Tobias Harris. We've seen him disappear in playoff series, especially like when Ben Simmons really squandered that game somewhat. I mean, Tobias Harris, like he was pretty much invisible. I think he was averaging like 20-something points a game in that like pretty much for the whole year. I think that was in 2021. But then in the playoffs, so player one is right. I mean, he's definitely actually he disappears. So it's exactly. Cade is going to get all the Knicks' attention, and those guys who can't shoot are going to have to be forced to really kind of that's like the bench, right? Let's look at the Knicks bench though, man. So hold on, we got the Knicks bench. Let's look at their bench right now. And we know Tibbs, right? He's really going to go like, I don't think he's going to go 9 deep or anything like that. But yeah, Ron Harper Jr., Jaden Ivey. Yeah, let's look at him. He's their point guard. He's out, but I think he actually came back though. I think he should be back. But what's his 3-point shooting percentage though? So he's his size, 195 pounds. Let's see. Oh, okay. See, it's not showing me all. All right, 3-point shooting percentage here. It's not showing me all the numbers here, man. Normally gives me everything. Okay, here we go. Right here. It's not showing everything. It says BK. Talk about your boy Ben Simmons making the playoffs right after leaving the Nets. It spells dark days for the Nets' future, man. Yo, the Nets aren't going to be relevant for like, I don't know, man, years and years and years and years and years, man. Like I said, Sean Marks is secretly working for James Dolan, and he really, really kind of screwed that team up. And Joe Tsai hasn't really helped out either, man. Let's look into the actual. Now, the Knicks and the Nets actually did play today. Let's look at those box scores. And, like, the Nets aren't really an easy team to play against, right? I mean, even though they're a bad team, they're still, like, you still got a whole bunch of guys on that roster really kind of fighting for things. Like, they're fighting for their future. A lot of them fighting for their NBA lives, man. So, Precious Achiuwa. Oh, PJ Tucker actually played. He had 6 points, and he actually I didn't watch this game today, but yeah, 2 out of 4 from the 3. Precious Achiuwa, 18 points. Right, this is actually huge right here, man. I know it's against the Nets, but the Nets really, like I said, you still got guys on there that like guys like Trendon Watford, Jalen Wilson, Keon Johnson, like all these guys are really kind of fighting for their NBA lives, man. Nick Claxton actually had a decent game over here, 5 out of 6 from the field, 12 points, still a -2. He let Precious Achiuwa, this is what I'm saying with Nick Claxton, man, go for 18 to plus 19. I guess Mikal Bridges just played just to actually, did he actually play today? He had 0 minutes. I guess he just got in there just to keep his streak alive. And you see Miles McBride, 17 points. So again, when you look at the bench pieces for the Knicks and the bench pieces for Detroit, they just got better pieces, man. And if you got to throw PJ Tucker in there, he actually played 29 minutes. I thought he was actually washed right there, man. Let's see. Claude says, he says you like my one-on-one commentary, man. Thank you, Claude. All right, so again, the Nets right there, they actually play they play scrappy, they play hard, let's see. Oh, Landry Shamet had 29 points. I mean, If they're gonna do this, if their bench is gonna come through like this, man, that second round exit. I mean, it's. I mean, with Landry Shamet, if he's not going to make 7 threes every single, like, I don't know. He's so inconsistent, and then he's actually really a defensive liability, right? But what y'all guys think about Landry Shamet over here, man? He played 40 minutes, not out of 17. So it's important for Tibbs to actually like trust these guys over here. Yo, Mo Beasley, what's good? What's good? Yeah, I guess, man, but I can't show the games, Mo Beasley, because like then they'll take the live stream down. I think I attempted that no, this season, as a matter of fact, and no, I think it was last season, and they took the game down. But I can, yeah, if you want me to, I'll definitely do the live games. It looks like if it looks like Houston and Golden State, Mo Beasley. And if I'm the NBA, if I'm Adam Silver, like I'm rigging it to where like Golden State actually gets that 7 seed, because that is going to be an intense playoff series, probably the best playoff series in the first round, right? Followed by this Detroit and Knicks over here, man. Because I know Isaiah Stewart, if he actually plays, he's like a poor man's Draymond Green right there, man. Let me see. Maybe versus the Pistons now against the Celtics, though. Yeah, but you know, like Jalen. I mean, this is. I mean, yeah. I thought the Knicks. Yeah. Told me the Knicks didn't actually have a bench over here, man. So PJ Tucker giving you 29 minutes. Now, I think he could be a factor in the series against Detroit. Good efficiency by, like I said, Precious Achiuwa. 2 assists. He was a plus 19. So hopefully Cameron Payne with 21 points. Wow. So this is how bad the Nets are, man. This is how this is this is why I'm saying the Nets are so far behind, man. Because you let guys like Cameron Payne and even like Landry Shamet, you know, drop 29 points on you. I mean, man, this is really bad, man. Yo, wait. So nobody's coming in. So I'm not going to be on here too long tonight, man. Tomorrow will definitely be a big show. And there was one more topic of discussion over here. If the Knicks actually don't really make it far, they are talking about going after Kevin Durant, which I think will be a huge mistake. And we're going to get into that tonight, really. I think that'll probably be the title of the show. And I think if you take out what's his name, OG Anunoby, if you put Kevin Durant there, you got a big three of Karl Anthony Towns, KD, and Jalen Brunson. You know, so I don't think Kevin Durant, it doesn't really have that OKC impact anymore. What you guys talking about over here? Yeah, Cade would cook Tucker on the switches, but they would send help though. I don't think like in terms of like osmosis, they don't have a lot of 3-point shooting though, man. You know, like I said, I'm forcing guys like Isaiah Stewart to beat me. If Tobias Harris, right? We seen he actually disappeared. Player one was actually saying that he actually disappears in the playoffs. Tim Hardaway Jr. is actually streaky. You're talking about Dennis Schroeder, right? He's a cone on defense, and I would target him. And I think the Knicks got some good 3-point shooters in terms of Mikal Bridges. He's shooting like 39% from the 3-point line this year. So I just think the Knicks got a better bench. They have who's their coach, man? I forgot the Detroit Pistons coach, man. Who's their coach? Coaching. I gotta give it to Tibbs, but it tells you how much I don't actually follow Detroit, man, as much, man. Oh, here we go. Coach. Who's their coach? Oh, Monty Williams? No, that's not it, right? Oh, JB Bickerstaff. Okay. Yeah, Bickerstaff. I guess you got to give Bickerstaff his props. But who do you think? Let me know in the chat, man. Who do you think is the better coach, Tibbs or Bickerstaff? Who y'all give the edge to over there? Yeah, and they had Dennis Schroeder osmosis. But so Bernie Bickerstaff is their head coach. I guess I gotta give it to I don't know, man. Maybe Bickerstaff, right? Because to get that, nobody actually thought the Detroit Pistons would be the 6th seed. I thought they were going to be a lottery team this year, man. Honestly, I really thought that. So even though they're 6th seed, but you got to look at what Tibbs actually has to work with, and then what Bickerstaff actually has to work with, and I don't know, man. I guess it's a tie. And if you look at the numbers that that Jalen Brunson actually put up, let me show these numbers here against the Pistons. Yo, DJ, get on up in here, man. Get on up in here real quick, man. Hold on, let me get the link in here. Wait. Let's see. Hold on. It says that Thibs lose, he's getting fired. That all depends, though, man. I don't know. You gotta, like I said, the Knicks, there's some limitations defensively. Like Cat is not a good defender. I think they should. You gotta look at injuries too, right? If a player's hurt or limited somewhat, then I guess you can't blame that on Tibbs. But yeah, if everybody's healthy and they just don't respond to Tibbs, then I guess, man, yeah, you would definitely have to fire Tibbs, though, man. But I don't think that is the actual. He's not really the. Hold on, let me show this real quick. Hold on. So we gotta look at what Jalen Brunson averaged against the Detroit Pistons, and I want to look at the regular season. I know people are saying, "Oh, Detroit won in the regular season 3-1," right? But I remember back in 2014 when the Nets had put that when they had Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce, Brook Lopez, D. Will, Joe Johnson, they beat the Miami Heat 4 times in the regular season. I said, okay. I thought the Nets back then were actually winning the championship. I was like, woohoo! But the playoffs and the regular season are actually 2 totally different seasons. All right, let me get DJ and Scott up in here, man. What's good, man? What's good, guys? What's good?
What's up? How you doing?
Get my volume
what's
up,
up, BK?
So what's good with you,
DJ?
man?
Yo, what's up, Scott?
All right, so what do you think, man? In the 7-game series, who do you got coming out of this? Who you got coming out of this, man?
The Knicks.
Between the Detroit and the Knicks, right?
Yeah.
The Knicks should win.
Okay.
The Knicks got too much firepower, bro. They
can't
handle all that.
They should win, but I'm gonna say but they should win though. They starting 5 is better than me.
And I like
the
their bench
piece when you go to the bench.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Detroit got a little bit better bench, but they starting 5 isn't better than the Knicks.
Right, that's
5.
what I mean. Yeah, I totally agree.
So Jalen Brunson
is a better coach than JB Bickerstaff, bro.
He did a good job at Orlando.
Who?
Wasn't he at Orlando? Wasn't he the coach of Orlando?
Who you talking about? JB Bickerstaff?
Yeah.
Well, he was a coach. I don't think he was. I don't remember him being a coach in Orlando. I know he was a coach of the Cavs.
Oh, the Cavs. I mean, that's right. You got it. The Cavs. He did a good job with Cleveland. I didn't even know why he left.
Well, he got fired.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
all right. So Jalen Brunson averaged 23.4 points against the Detroit Pistons, 6.2 assists, 2.8 rebounds. Right.
The Pistons is just not ready, bro. That's all it is. They're not a bad team. They just not ready.
Yeah. I mean, is Isaiah Stewart actually playing? I mean, they're going to muck it up. They're going to get physical, man. That's going to slow the game down.
They inexperienced, bro. They're not going to be doing all this regular season stuff in the playoffs.
The Knicks are not a running team anyway. Well, they decent, but they're not That's not their thing.
I mean,
Jalen
Brunson,
bro. They're not.
So Jalen Brunson is a defensive liability. I mean, because of his size. I think Jaden Ivey's actually back. He's quick. He's not like explosive athletically in terms of like.
I thought he was out the whole season.
I read somewhere he was actually coming back though.
You gonna trust that? You gonna trust him coming back?
Nah.
He ain't coming back.
Even if he came back, how he's gonna play?
I read somewhere.
I must
be. Hold on. I must be bugging. Let me check it out.
I didn't see it.
I don't trust no Jaden Ivey.
Let me look too.
That injury he had was crazy, bro.
What kind of injury he had?
I think it was a leg injury.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah. But they said something about him coming. I read somewhere that he was actually.
But a leg injury though, BK, that takes more time to try to get back in your basketball.
Let's see, Jaden Ivey.
And I like the Pistons, bro. I was the one that was saying that Pistons.
Oh yeah, all right. So yeah, exactly. 3 days ago. Yeah. So Jaden Ivey, Pistons guard cleared for basketball activity from the injury.
That's not enough time.
He might not be ready for this series, though.
Yeah, that's not enough time.
Yeah, and there's with an injury like that, there's also like a psychological component to that, right?
And plus rust.
What people gotta understand is the Pistons was just a really, really young team. They not ready. The best offensive player they got is Cade. Outside of that, who you gonna trust?
Dennis Schroeder. All right, so Dennis Schroeder's actually playing for something, and you saw how I know it's funny I'm saying this, but he's actually playing. He's looking for a home. He's looking for a contract,
and he won't find
one. Could he be an X factor? Like, he was
what?
like,
come on, bro, X factor.
No, I'm just saying. Last year he was actually really playing well, man. I'm playing devil's advocate over here, man.
Last year he wasn't on no team. What team was he?
No, on the Nets though. I mean, before he got traded.
Oh, before he got traded.
Put up some numbers.
But that's regular.
BK, you know what it is? It's like the Magic last year. A bad season. Regular season, they expect them to translate to the playoffs. It doesn't happen that quickly. It takes a while.
Okay. I mean, he is, like I said, he's a liability on the defensive end right there. But like, I don't know, you know how guys listen when guys are playing for contracts, man. When we see, Dennis Schroeder was actually putting up. I mean, we had even Jonathan, man. He was in a frenzy for Dennis Schroeder. Remember?
He's not an X factor though. I mean, when has he ever been an X factor in the playoffs?
No, I mean, if he's hitting his threes, he can shoot.
Nah, bro. Detroit is in trouble, bro. They're gonna be bounced out in the first round.
They're gonna stomped out.
Yeah.
How many games? Gentlemen, sweep.
5.
They'll get one game. They'll get probably one game.
Yep.
But it'll be a gentleman's sweep, bro. They inexperienced, bro. This is their first time in the playoffs in what, a decade?
Yeah, but we know like basketball is about matchups, right? I mean,
and they don't match up well to the Knicks. Who's guarding Cat over there? Tell me. No, nobody. Come on, bro.
But Cat got to guard somebody too, though. They can actually target Cat.
Yeah, but okay, the person that Cat is going to be guarding most likely don't have an offensive game because outside of Cade and Tobias Harris, who can create them for themselves?
Yeah, exactly.
Their end is very limited. Very limited.
The offense is very limited, bro.
Yeah,
it's just a bad matchup. I get it. Why some?
And this is why. Listen, this is why Tibbs had to play all these starters. A lot of minutes because you want to get into that third seed, right? You don't want to go into the 4th, 5th, or 6th seed, and then you got to face Boston healthy, man. So a lot of this stuff is about luck, man.
Even the dude in the comments, Jones just said it, bro. None of these dudes have ever played in the playoffs, bro.
Yeah. No, I agree. But they are going to be physical. They are going to muck the game up. They're going to slow the game down. You saw what happened against Cleveland, right? I know, like, Detroit's not Cleveland, but like Jalen Brunson, right? He's not the most explosive. Yo, DJ, you there?
Yeah.
DJ. No, DJ.
Oh.
No.
Tibbs. They trying to say Tibbs will get fired if he lose the first round. It's really up to the players to lose.
Well,
it's really up to them.
Yeah, I agree. Well, listen, I mean, you can. They fired Tibbs if the players aren't really responding to them.
Well, they could put up 51 wins. what kind of response do they want?
Yeah, I agree. I think Tibbs is doing a damn good job.
I don't think they're a championship team.
No.
But they're a good team.
They are
a good team.
Yeah. It's more fun talking about them than it is talking about the Brooklyn Nets, man.
Well, yeah. But you know what the Nets were doing.
Yeah,
the draft is trash. The only thing the Knicks missed out on the draft, like this upcoming draft, is probably getting like model watch. You know, they can use like an upgrade for Mitchell Robinson, like somebody that's actually more dependable. And they actually said that model watch is like the next Joel Embiid. I mean, this is what some scouts are actually saying.
Well, they went this far. Won't they try to pick up Kevin Durant?
Yeah, that's going to be tonight's show. Well, like tomorrow's show, tonight's show, pretty much. You know, we're going to get into that. But like KD is just not OKC KD anymore, man. Like they
just need.
He's too old, and they're going to give up OG for him. They're going to give up their best defender.
They got to give up somebody.
It doesn't work at this point.
They might give up OG because his contract.
Man, that's terrible, man. That
his contract is
and then like OG's career average is like 12.6 points a game, though, man. So and OG, like when I do watch OG play, I mean, playmaking is a thing for him. Like he can't just go down there like drive like to the rim without a plan, man. Like he has to go out there and look to pass more, right?
Yeah.
And that's I think that's the one missing piece for OG right there, is just to make plays, not just to, get the ball, score. If you actually look to pass, then it will open up things. Like it will open up his scoring game a little bit more, it makes him less predictable.
Yeah.
BK, you got to give him credit though. He's the only reason why they're an average defense. If they didn't have him, I agree. I agree. Exactly. I agree. Because like Jalen Brunson, he's not like a dynamic, like he couldn't stay in front of Darius Garland the other day, man. And Donovan Mitchell wasn't even playing in that game. So
but they play OG hard, man. He be playing hard. He be putting minutes in.
Yeah, well, no, I mean, player one just said it. Like, who else do they actually really have? I mean, in terms of like an on-ball defender, though.
Yeah.
Mikhail has disappointed me. Back when he was with the Suns, he was like a top 10 defender in the league.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
Well, same thing with Mikal Bridges too. He's another one, man. I mean, the thing is, like, listen, man, and this is why it's so hard to win a championship, man, because a lot of times these guys get their money, right, and they regress. Now, y'all can go look up the Mikal Bridges highlights for yourselves when he was in Phoenix. I don't want to show it because then they'll demonetize the video, man.
That's true.
And I'm like, yo, especially like last night's stream got demonetized. I'm like, it's an educational, like I can show clips and as long as it's educational, it's not being used for B-roll footage or anything like that. I gotta challenge YouTube on that because like that was like pure educational right there. We were showing the mistakes that Jalen Brunson made, the shot selection, but
I don't know why, but it's like certain videos you can only like.
No, because I was showing a House of Highlights video, and they're the ones that claim it wasn't YouTube, it was them. It was House of Highlights, whoever runs that channel. They saying, "Oh, we using their content, but I can use your content if I'm actually reacting to something or I'm educating." I
think that NBA highlights is in the same way too.
Yeah, but YouTube is like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, you have to have a deal with them. Only bigger channels get away with it because they usually have a deal to show. NBA content. Smaller channels, they get killed with it.
But it's fair use, though. I mean, that's the thing. It's fair use.
It is fair use, but you know how it is.
Yeah, I know. I'm
gonna be honest. I never even like cared for YouTube anyway. I always felt like playback, Twitch, and all of those was just like way better anyway.
Yeah, I may have to go to that, man, because like this show could be so much better if you can just like show like game film and stuff like that, man.
Because
But like,
playback don't have no problem. They allow you to show any highlights.
oh yeah, they got to deal with the
Who?
NBA though. Yeah,
Who you said?
playback.
Playback?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you can multi-stream there too from YouTube and playback.
Yeah, and it was only like what it was like 2-second highlights that he was showing live stream.
Yeah.
No, I showed a lot, man. But I stopped it and was pointing out.
That's what I mean. Like it was like you would stop.
Yeah. I did like a whole 4 or 5 minutes on it, but I was showing like a lot of the mistakes that, like even like OG, like because the whole thing was like Mike Malone was supposed to come and save the Knicks with the same roster. I'm like, I mean, you can't blame that loss on Tibbs when like Jalen Brunson is taking bad shots. Jalen Brunson couldn't get back. Who's that white boy there? Dean Wade or something like that? On the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah.
You saw how he was able to move, like stay with him, right? Like Jalen Brunson tried to take him 1-on-1. But Jalen Brunson doesn't have the speed like Darius Garland or Donovan or explosiveness.
I just feel like the Knicks, they got to get a clear number one option. I think Brunson's a second option.
You think so?
Yeah, I agree. I agree 100%.
Well, you see it
in the playoffs, though. He's not really a number one. That's not
his best role. His best role was next to Luka when he didn't have as much responsibility.
Exactly. Well, no, I can't say that though because he
got better as a player.
He has elevated the Knicks a little bit.
No, I agree. He got better as a player. I'm just talking about his role with Luka. Like he didn't have as much responsibility.
Yeah, come playoff time, bro. You need a number one, bro. You can't have second options acting like number ones, bro.
Yeah, he's right over here, man. He says, as long as y'all interested in entertaining, you don't need highlights. That's true too, man. But I'm just saying it still could actually be better, man. I don't do this full time. I do this part time. But I say, damn, if I was a full time YouTuber, man, I said, damn, it would be hard to actually live off that if YouTube just like demonetizes the whole video for nonsense and everything, man.
They do be for like the smallest things now.
Oh, so we got a Detroit fan. We got a Detroit Pistons fan. Yeah, man. Yo, your city's starting to come back over there, man. Like it was in the shitters for a while, man. But it looked like it's starting to be, they're starting to have like a little revitalization going on over there, man. So,
the last time there was good was that Blake Griffin here. Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
Going crazy. Like 5 years ago, maybe.
Yep.
I don't think they ever made the playoffs though, right?
Yeah, they just got to get
They didn't make the playoffs within that year. That year they did.
So listen, let me. All right. So what I was saying before you guys actually got on here, man. Bickerstaff, right? You look at what Bickerstaff actually has to work with, and you look at what Tibbs actually has to work with. The coaching edge. Do you actually give that like to Bickerstaff or what?
In terms of what, coach of the year?
No, I'm talking about like matchups and like head to head.
I think Tibbs is a better coach.
Okay.
Yeah, I give it to Tibbs.
Tibbs,
I think Tibbs is better.
The thing about JB Bigstaff is he had a way better roster last year, and he completely failed, and that was against the Knicks.
So Daco, yeah, he was saying, they said, don't tell anybody that shit property still cheap out here. Well, the thing is, like with Detroit, how Detroit's starting to come back, they're allowing people to carry guns out there now, man. So no more, you try to rob somebody out there, you might just get,
I still think that Detroit's going to still have a hard time finding like players to come over there.
No, you just got to develop guys, man. Like so I was looking at the scouting report of Isaiah Stewart over here, man.
Yeah, I'm talking about if they want to go after a star, because I don't see it happening.
No.
Do you guys see Devin Booker going over there? I heard some rumors with him being
to Detroit. No.
Booker
in a Detroit jersey is nasty work, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
That's not gonna look good at all, bro. That's gonna look like terrible.
Where was this? Hold on, let me get.
Who wants to see Booker in a Detroit jersey? Like, come on.
I don't want to see.
All right, so let me show you.
Detroit wasn't a bad place.
Let me show you this.
Booker, though, I'm not going to Detroit, bro.
What's going? Hold on, I want to ask you guys something. What the hell is going on with the development system in the NBA, man? So Isaiah Stewart was drafted in 2019. he still struggles with a lot of these weaknesses over here, man. I mean, the below the rim athlete stuff, you can't control that, but you could control your shot, right? You could control footwork. You can work on that stuff. So, what's going on with the development system in the league, though, man? What's going on?
I think just for certain teams, they not developing.
No, it's a lot of teams. I mean, Portland.
No, it's certain teams.
Nets.
Well, you can't say Portland because Portland's in the West. If they was in the East,
I'm just saying they're
sure
not going to be able to get players over there. But if you could develop guys and work on their games.
I just think like some players to develop them would be too much work, and you don't really need it in the team aspect. You don't need everybody being able to shoot and score 20 points.
No. Yes, you do. You got to be able to do it, man. You do.
I mean,
they got to be at least. If they can't do one thing, they got to be able to do that.
Well, it's only so many shots in a game.
But the thing is, Scott, they are going to. They're going to.
So you're going to run your offense through somebody who's less offensive skills.
But Scott, that's having another.
Than somebody that do. You understand what I'm saying? You got to give your shooters, the ones that you know are high volume shooters, the touch. You get what I'm saying?
No, what I'm saying is that.
Wait, so you saying don't give the players that don't have the high value, don't give them the shot?
No, I'm just saying in a game, it's only so many shots that go up in a game in a certain time.
Yeah, that's true. But say if this
so you're going to give your shots to somebody who's less skilled than somebody who's more skilled.
I mean, I see what you're saying, but
yeah,
if that player is less skilled.
That's why you don't see.
Like I said, my thing is that where is the development? Because a lot of these things he could be able to, like he's a one-dimensional post player who may struggle facing stronger, taller, and more talented.
There's a lot of one-dimensional players out here, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Where's the development at? Why these guys aren't working on their games to act? Mitchell Robinson is another one, man. Let's look at his scouting report, man. Let's see from when he came out of college.
Yeah, he's not a scorer.
He hasn't gotten better, man. Like,
no, he's not a scorer.
Perspective,
they're not scorers.
No, he got
I'm not saying he has to be a scorer, Scott. I'm saying there's certain things that they like one.
Like you ain't going to see it. You ain't going to really see it. When you're going to have a chance to see them play in the NBA on this team, scoring like like you saying, he's gotten better scoring.
yeah, but that's no excuse. Look at Zubac. He wasn't a good scorer.
Zubac elevated his game. He averaging like 18 points right now.
He's a two-way player now. He's a two-way player now.
Yeah, that is true.
15 and 10
Zubac has turned into a two-way player, bro.
Like he's crazy, bro.
That's what making them a better team.
Oh yeah, that's big.
That's what BK is saying. Like if you got players that step up like that, that makes you a better team.
That's true, but like I said, you can get 3 or 4 players that have the touches, but after that, I mean,
I'm just saying, like if you got,
I mean,
if you're Karl Anthony Towns, I'm a guard Isaiah Stewart and just sag off you, and then force you to actually beat me from the outside, and not like
because it's really hardly. I mean, when you look at it, there's very few teams that have 5 players that can score 20 points.
No. I'm not saying like
how many teams.
I'm saying like in terms of like being a high end role player, right?
Boston has it.
Cavs have it to a degree.
Cavs have it.
The Knicks.
So Cavs kind of have it. They said it don't score 20 points. What's going on?
The Clippers. The Clippers have 5 or 6 guys that can give you.
Yeah, they do.
The Clippers.
Maybe the Nuggets. Aaron Gordon can go for 20.
Yes, right now
the Lakers got Luka, LeBron, AD. I mean, not AD. Luka, LeBron, and Austin Reeves and Rui.
That's 4.
And Dalton, he can give you 20 once in a while.
Once in a while is not a steady 20.
No, I understand, but
I'm just saying
when he gets the ball, he can give you 20.
I'm just saying.
Like they have the ability to give it to you.
I'm just saying.
The Warriors.
Yes.
They got Steph, Jimmy. Hold on, Steph, Jimmy, Kuminga.
Pods.
Pod.
So, all right, this is Mitchell Robinson's scouting report over here, man. So he hasn't developed from the.
It's hard to get that 5. I'm telling you, it's hard to get.
He hasn't. Like I said, Mitchell Robinson.
Some players.
I'm not saying that it's not possible. There are some teams that do it.
That's
all right. So
just some players can take it to the next level. Some players can't.
Right.
No, all right, Mitchell Robinson, hold on. Mitchell Robinson developed in terms of getting stronger. So coming out of college, he was 225. Now he's like 250 something pounds. That's a plus right there. But like in the offseason, the injuries, I guess if you
got him on his roster.
What's that?
I'm surprised the Knicks still have him on the roster.
Nobody wants him. I think he's due for a contract.
I mean, so all right, hold on. What does Mitchell Robinson make them a better team? Like, I be hearing so many other Knicks pod.
I like Mitchell Robinson when he goes against the 76ers. He plays well against Joel Embiid.
Yeah,
yes, he did.
So I mean, I would keep him just for cheap. I'm not paying him no more money. I'm not doing that if I'm the Knicks.
Okay.
He shouldn't be asking for a lot.
Well, you know how these players are, bro. They ego.
So Tobias Harris, right? He actually signed the contract this year, right? I think it was this year. He went over there in free agency.
Yeah, free agency.
So yeah, again, this is why it's so hard to win a championship, man. Because like, if you look at Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, right? Before they signed their big deals, I mean, you see these guys, they're playing hard, they're playing defense, and then when they get their money, like you're like, what the hell happened over here, man? What's going on?
Oh, George, look at him. What's he doing in Philly?
Nothing. He need to retire. That's what he need to do.
I think he is.
All of them dudes over there in Philly, bro. Paul George and Joe.
Oh yeah. Again, he's another one. He got his money, and he's not going to really put the work in like that.
I don't think Joel Embiid is ever going to play back-to-backs again. I don't think he's ever going to play over 60 games again.
Yeah,
it's over for Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid need to retire, and Paul George need to retire, bro.
Yeah, they're saying that Joel Embiid he needs a knee replacement. So I mean,
how many knee replacements he gonna keep going through, bro?
No, you can't play basketball with a knee replacement. That's it. You done. I mean, you're like any kind of athletics, man. Like
I don't respect Embiid, bro. He's done that smoke against Jokic, bro. I don't respect him.
Nah, he just put on too much weight. Like I was watching a clip of him going 1-on-1 against Jason Tatum like years ago, and he moved way better back then.
That's what I'm saying.
Bro, he be throwing his team.
In today's NBA, man, you can't be heavy. You can't. Like, you cannot be heavy because, like, back in the 90s, you like the Patrick Ewings and the larger ones, right?
A lot of centers over Embiid, bro.
Yeah, they didn't have to step out on the 3-point line and guard guys, man. But now, like centers and power forwards, like if you're 250, like 260, 270, a lot of times you're going to be on the perimeter, man, like trying to like guard guys and switches and everything, man. So
you don't even have to go back that far. Look at DeMarcus Cousins. I mean, he played like a guard. And I mean,
no, it's not the offensive side of the ball. It's the defensive side of the ball, man.
No, I know. I'm saying those people like that are.
And you don't think Cousins' defense was good?
No, not when he gets switched on to guards, man. Like he has to guard a Cade Cunningham, and he gets put out on the island.
What center can guard guards? Well, besides what, Bam?
Yeah, Bam. There's some centers that can guard.
No guards.
I seen Brook Lopez. He was moving. I was watching the Bucks game. I'm saying I seen him like slide his feet and block.
The only centers I know that can actually guard a little bit is AD and Bam, bro. That's it.
Şengün is not bad. It's not bad.
Guard?
Stop.
No, decent. He's decent. I'm not saying he's not Bam or anything like that. I'm just saying he's decent.
He's too slow-footed, bro.
Bam can guard 1 through 5. I know that for a fact.
Yeah. So that's the thing today, man. And I was even watching the Cleveland joint, man. I mean, you saw Mitchell Robinson struggle out on the perimeter. You saw he got switched on to Darius Garland.
So the Knicks is going to play what? The Detroit Pistons in the first round, right?
Yeah.
So I got them winning that series.
That's going to be a good series,
in
man.
the second round, though.
That's going to be a good series, man.
Now Jaylen Brown,
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown is actually injured. So you don't think Detroit has like I'm playing devil's advocate here, man? You don't think Detroit has any type of like they don't have
no, they have no chance, bro.
Not a shot.
Okay.
So even who's that small? They're shooting.
Tell me who's gonna create offense over there besides Cade Cunningham?
I don't know. I can't really say
because everybody else is just corner shooters, bro.
Yeah.
If they had Ivy, maybe they'd have a chance. But
that's only two people.
Yeah, but how is Ivy in the half court set though? That's the thing though, man. Like, is he
okay? I mean, he's not great.
He's not bad. He's not.
I mean, if you're playing fast, I mean, so the only way so Detroit, I mean, they have to play fast, right? They have to play fast. They got to play defense, man. And you know, push the basketball.
Like 15 to 18 points, something like that. 20 points, maybe. On a consistent night.
Yeah, that's
true.
Because so Cade, if Cade gets to his season average, which I don't think he will, right? He'll. I think he's averaging like how much he's averaging against the Knicks. I think 28. So he'll probably get to like 24, 25. Then you have what's his name, Malik Beasley, right? His point.
I don't trust him.
I don't. You know, I just don't know about Detroit. I just don't know.
So
if you look at their roster, bro, they look like a okay regular season team because they in the East.
Yeah, like, because
who's their X factor on Detroit besides like who would have
Cade.
To make it?
I can't
it's just Cade.
It's just Cade.
I'm gonna tell you, they're a scary team though. They scary.
And what, playoffs?
Yeah, they scary because they got Dennis Schroeder. They picked up Dennis Schroeder.
He said Dennis. Oh my God.
Tobias Harris. I mean, you know, they got.
When
people
have they ever
that
been trustworthy players in the playoffs?
No. I'm just saying they got people that been around. So that means a lot in the playoffs. That means a lot.
Oh, you did. Dennis Schroeder did turn up in the Olympics, though, man. Like he was like,
we talking about the playoffs, bro.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I mean,
yeah, you know, I'm joking around, man.
I mean, the Knicks can't go into this thinking, "Oh, we're gonna blow through them."
Yes, they can because they have more firepower, bro. Who's guarding? Cat?
Yeah, they starting five. They starting five is good.
But how you gonna trust Dennis Schroeder? When has Dennis Schroeder ever done anything in the playoffs?
Well, he is again. So he's right now.
The Lakers.
He's fighting for a contract.
He was terrible.
He's fighting for a contract. Well, Dennis Schroeder, listen, he's fighting for a contract.
If he did so great on the Lakers, why he not still on the Lakers?
They offered him a contract.
So he's fighting.
He's
fighting for his NBA life.
No, not the first stint. I'm talking about the second stint when he was with the Lakers.
Oh no, yeah, he's stunk it up.
Well, I think his coach did him dirty too, man. They had that 3-guard lineup.
What?
No, I'm saying they put a 3-guard lineup against Denver.
But that's only one
Austin
game.
Reeves, D'Angelo Russell, and Dennis Schroeder starting.
But that's one game.
Okay.
That was one series.
They didn't do that the entire series.
Isaiah Stewart, Tim Hardaway Jr.
They have nice vets.
None of them dudes over there. Bro.
They have nice vets, but like together, like I just don't like the fit. I don't think they can generate enough offense.
And Detroit is too small.
Yeah, but the Knicks are smaller point guard. If you put
I'm talking about the wing. I'm talking about in terms of the wings and bigs. Like Detroit, outside of Duren, and what is Isaiah Stewart like 6'7", 6'8",
6'8", something like that.
And he's the backup center, I think he is.
Yeah, backup center. Well, he did good.
He
did good when they played that 3 times. He did good.
He's a good defender. It's just the offense.
He's a great defender. He ain't good.
Great. I don't want to say
he's good.
He's top 10.
I'm saying that they're not going to just let Cade just go ISO 1-on-1.
No, Cade is not going to go ISO 1-on-1.
I mean,
that's why I'm saying his average, his season average might dip.
That's all you got.
Because you don't have like. I think with Detroit, you need like another high percentage, like 1-on-1 player.
They definitely need another piece. I definitely agree with that.
BK,
somebody that can get you 30.
BK, how many turnovers is he averaging against the Knicks?
That's true too.
That is a turnover machine. He's gonna have all that defense line, all that
I think
defense
Cade
against
averages
him.
like 2, 3
No, he averages 4.5
this season or against the Knicks.
Oh, I thought you meant like this
He
season
does
in
get.
general.
I mean, he's not a natural point guard. I mean,
He's really a 2 guard, to be honest.
Yeah, I think they're doing a disservice. They're doing a disservice to him by putting him at the point because like he has to bring the ball up. You have 24 seconds in the shot clock. By the time he gets the ball up to like half court, now it's 19. They trap him. They get the ball out of his hands. By the time the ball gets back to him, now he's working with like 8-9 seconds on the shot clock now. So and then he has to put
that he's good off ball. Do you think he's good off ball?
That's the key too. Yeah, I should have took notes down, man. That was one of the things I wanted to say too. Like even like Jalen Brunson, Jalen Brunson has to be good off the basketball too, man. I don't ever see him like booting like any give and goes, any backdoor cuts or anything like that. You know,
I don't see Cade really do it much either.
Yeah, exactly.
Jalen Brunson's a good off ball.
So that's another
really well with Luka.
But he doesn't do it often.
So point guard, you know, like who gets the edge over here? Cade and Jalen Brunson over here, man.
Well, I don't think Cade is a point guard, really. But
he's playing the point. That's
he's gonna play it sometime.
And it's a certain like
who else gonna play the? Nobody over there plays the point. I mean, you can't put Schroeder in there. Schroeder in the lineup is terrible.
Well, he's a backup. Like, how does he fare? How does Schroeder fare against the Knicks backup?
I'd rather play Sar. What's his name? Sar something, whatever his name is on that little backup point guard they got.
Yeah, they have 2 people that. Let me see. Point guard.
I don't trust no team that got Schroeder on there.
You got Paul Reed on there. He'll make things. I mean, he can give you like 11, 12 points.
They got Marcus Sasser.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Marcus Sasser.
Yeah.
I like him over Schroeder. I'll play him over Schroeder.
But there's an experience factor there too, though, man. That's the thing,
bro. Okay, hold on, BK. All that experience, hold on. All that experience you talking about that Schroeder has, it didn't do nothing in the playoffs.
Well, again, like I said, they had a 3-guard lineup the last time he was with the Lakers.
Okay, I'll give you that. Okay, cool. I mean, he still lost. He still was no impact. He didn't have no impact.
Yeah.
We didn't even go to Boston. No impact.
Well, we'll see. We're gonna see, right? We're gonna see.
In Boston, he had no impact.
It all depends on the coaching staff.
We're gonna see. We're gonna see.
If you have a coach, if you have a coach that doesn't really truly believe in you, and it's going to yell at you if you make a mistake, that can cause you that kind of like
goes for what every team he played on. Then
no, I'm just saying we're going to see. We're going to see what.
No, I'm talking about what BK saying. Does that apply to every team he's played for?
No, they don't apply to everything.
Because to be honest, didn't he have the keys in Atlanta?
Who?
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
he had the keys in Atlanta.
Yeah, he was
played for Atlanta for like what 4 years.
Yeah.
Well, all right. So right. So right now, Dennis Schroeder is playing a role. You know, like. And he's playing for a contract.
Schroeder need to get out the league, bro.
He's playing. I played devil's advocate, but he's playing for his NBA life, man.
Yeah, y'all was acting like he was the next superstar over here. Like,
yeah. Well, if he's in his threes, he could. That could be a problem. I don't know, man.
Bro, I don't trust Schroeder.
Okay, I mean, so how does
on a bad team as a backup in a regular season? Cool, but come playoff time, bro, don't play that band, bro.
Nah, they don't. He's gonna be out there.
Don't play him, bro, because he don't do nothing in the playoffs. Look at his track record in the playoffs, bro. He don't do nothing. Like he's a non-factor.
Well, he's gonna so he's not playing the start. He's gonna be playing a backup, so that's less.
But you can even go to the Lakers when he was a backup point guard, bro. Sure, yeah, the schemes was bad, but him as a backup was terrible.
Well, I mean, the Lakers at one point did want to offer him an $85 million contract, man.
No, that's what he wanted. They was never gonna give him that money.
Yeah. He turned it down. Remember, he turned it down. No, they did.
Offer him some money.
Yeah, they did offer him that money.
But didn't he ask for more though? I could have sworn he asked for more.
Yeah, he asked for more.
He asked for more, but
they offered him some bread.
And the Lakers would have been idiots if they would have gave him that money.
Yeah.
Nah, he wasn't worth no $100 million.
Yeah, that's what I remember. I remember him asking for $100 million. Didn't he do that with Boston too, bro?
Yeah, I think so.
He makes a good point over here, man. The Pistons are playing with house money, so the pressure is actually really on the Knicks.
Oh, it's on the Knicks.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if the Pistons lose, there's no.
So they think they can go in there. Detroit ain't gonna be nothing. They're gonna be sadly mistaken.
All y'all got to do. Hey, I'm telling y'all. I'm telling you to the comments, bro. All the Detroit Pistons, if y'all lose this series, cool. It's gonna be y'all be all right.
Yeah, if they lose, it'll be all right.
I didn't even think about that, man. That's a good point. I forgot all about that.
I have mad time, bro. These are the Pistons growing years, bro.
Yeah, there's no pressure on Detroit, man. They're going to be playing like there's pressure on the Knicks, though, man. So,
I tell you who's going to probably make the play-in next season, though. The Raptors.
Yeah, that's true too.
They roster look tough.
But my question is, did anybody see Dallas trading their star going to the Lakers?
Well, first of all, Nico is nigga. I don't think that would happen anywhere else.
Nobody saw that.
No, Scott. Let's be real.
I think that was more of an
team in the
decision.
world. No other GM in the world is doing a dumb thing like that, bro.
No, you think Luka? Hold on. You think Luka's worth $345 million?
Yes, he is.
What? He can't play no defense.
I don't care.
He's like number one. He's number one in blow-bys, man.
Bro,
the whole league.
Regardless of the money, BK. Regardless of the money, he got him to the finals, bro.
Number one in blow-bys.
No. BK, you had Kyrie. Remember, Kyrie was there.
Okay, you can say Kyrie.
Daniel Gafford. Like those guys were there too, man.
Wait, hold up, BK. If Luka wasn't on that team, they wouldn't have made the finals, bro.
For sure.
Yeah, but like before,
be real.
Hold on, before they got Daniel Gafford, right, and then before they got PJ.
You think AD and Kyrie is making the finals?
You
talking about a bunch of Robins on one team?
I don't think they would make the finals.
There ain't no.
But the thing is, all right. So you got. All right. So I don't think AD's even motivated. He doesn't want to be there, man.
It don't seem like it, right?
Nah, he doesn't want to be there. So that's.
I mean, AD's coming up in injury.
It looked like he wanted to try to.
How can we even say that?
He doesn't want to be there. It's Dallas, man. I mean,
he's just coming off an injury. He spent like 5 games over there. His whole roster's gone. Like
I can't say that over a 5-game sample size, though, BK.
Nah, it's Dallas, bro. Dallas, man.
Dallas is a big market.
But I can't say he's not motivated to play there because we haven't. It's only been 5 games he's played.
He's
like going through the motions. I don't think.
I mean, even Luka is still emotional about it. Like how you?
Yeah,
he's emotional about losing that $345 million. That's what he's crying about.
BK, hold on. So you saying that it's only about the money that he cared about?
Yeah, hell yeah.
No, it's not, bro.
Let me take $345 million away from you,
bro.
I would be crying too.
BK, first of all, he's still gonna get that money back. It's just gonna take a little bit while now.
You never know though, man. He can get hurt. He can get injured. I mean,
Kyrie. But the thing about it is, you can't say that.
Kyrie Irving was due for the DJ. Kyrie Irving,
but he wanted to stay in Dallas, though. He said that.
Huh?
Lucas said he wanted to stay in Dallas. That's why he cried, bro. He was crying.
Nah, I think it was about the money, man.
Yo, you're a Luka hater, bro.
Nah, I just don't like. He doesn't guard, man. He doesn't play no defense. I just don't think you can win with him.
Okay, and Steph. I mean, not Steph.
Does
Booker ain't no good defender either.
What's his name?
I supposed to say it right. It's just really mainly like fan interest. I mean, that's what it is. I just don't. Even Kobe Bryant said.
Wait, hold on. First of all, you got to do right. So this is the thing, right? Y'all love to talk about Luka as if he just the worst player in the league. Yeah,
I'm asking. He's the worst defender. The worst defender in the league.
Defensively, I got you. Cool. Defensively, he's one of the worst. Slow, fat, out of shape. But that slow, fat, out of shape, worst defender player got you to the finals.
No, the team got him to the finals.
Okay,
Kyrie was there. Remember Kyrie?
One
of the most skilled players in NBA
Kyrie
history.
Got there, what was that? Hold on. Before Kyrie got there and they had Brunson, what was they at? Western Conference Finals?
Yeah, because of Brunson, though. I don't think
twice.
You think Luka can carry like that, man?
You're a hater. You can't. You're a hater. Brunson carried him? Are you serious?
No, I'm just saying Brunson was a big part of that. And when Luka was hurt, right?
Yeah, but he didn't carry.
That was only like 3 games.
He didn't carry. That was 2 games.
No, I'm saying I'm talking about in the regular season.
Brunson lost some games too.
Yeah, but Brunson won them a lot of games too, though.
And Luka won them a lot of games.
Yeah.
Luka was
I think they played last year. They played the Clippers, right? The Clippers didn't have no Kawhi Leonard.
Remember in that 2020 series when Luka was spanking the Clippers, bro? Spanking the Clippers.
Yeah, I know. It's just
don't do that, bro.
Yeah, I don't know about spanking. I mean,
what?
I mean, I don't know about spanking.
They could not stop Luka, bro. Luka was killing them in that.
Yeah, exactly. Brooklyn Knicks fans saying that Luka's actually overrated, man. Just like Kevin Durant's overrated right now, man. I mean, when it comes to he's not the same.
All right, then you can say that about almost every star in the league, then.
Nah, not every star.
Yes, you can.
Hey, BK, did Kyrie carry LeBron James to the finals? I mean, using your
think so.
logic.
He was a big help, man. He was a big help.
He didn't carry him
without
though.
that shot. LeBron ain't winning no ring.
Yeah, that's true too. I mean, listen, basketball is a team sport.
About the block.
Nobody's winning by themselves, man. Like I was saying yesterday on yesterday's live stream, Phil Jackson, when he was coaching,
Luka was carrying before Brunson even made an impact, though.
Hold on, when Phil Jackson was coaching, like Phil Jackson chose like specific teams to go to. He wasn't going to go to Charlotte. You know, like if the team was garbage, he wasn't going there. You need like
I can tell you're a terrible GM. BK. You'll trade Luka.
He's not worth $345 million.
So you'll trade Luka?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, okay.
I would.
For who? Anthony Davis. Come on, bro.
Yeah, but I was
Triple J.
Like
these dudes traded for Anthony Davis, bro. I can't respect that team, bro.
I mean, he's not worth $345, man.
Bro, regardless of the money, okay, you could have reasoned with Luka though. He didn't want.
He wanted that $345.
Bro, Luka, first of all, Luka's not the type of person that just leaves because of money.
No, I'm saying he didn't want to like take $300 million instead of $345 million.
That's not true.
I mean, from what I read,
reason with Luka though.
He was hell bent on taking that $345 million.
Wait, hold on, BK. Even Nico was saying they never once he was up for that $300-something million contract. They even go to Luka to say, okay, let's bring it down. They just traded him, bro.
Yeah, I mean, Brooklyn Nets fans agree with me. He's not worth $345 million.
But regardless, you could have went to him and said, yo, we can't give you $345. You can give you $300, $200-something million. They didn't do any of that, bro. They just traded him.
I don't know if he's I don't know, man.
Like what kind of mess is that? How you gonna know what somebody's gonna take if you're not gonna?
Because you got listen. This is like in basketball, you got to play both ends, man. Like he doesn't guard. He's
okay. And guess what? They whole entire franchise is in purgatory now because they're not winning no championship anytime soon. They got set back by like 10 years now, bro.
Well, you still got AD, right?
Bro, AD is washed, bro.
I think they could probably re-sign Kyrie. I don't know, like.
AD will be hold on. AD's not washed right now. Let me correct myself. He's not washed right now, but he will be. He's like 32 years old, bro.
Yeah, but his game is not really like he's not like Giannis, where his game is like predicated like on total.
But he's always injured.
He has skill.
Yeah, but he's not even as good as Giannis. So like,
I mean,
he's better than Giannis, bro.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
Skill wise, he's better than Giannis.
He's way more skilled than Giannis.
What's his name? Vlade Divac is more skilled than Shaq. What does that mean? What does that matter?
No, but you could give Giannis dominnance, like he's the most dominant. But in terms of skills, yes, AD is more skilled.
No, they're more skilled than overall player. This is good.
Outside of Giannis dunking and rim running, what does he do?
I mean, he's a great passer. Like, have you seen his last couple games? He's averaging.
I wouldn't say a great passer. I think he's okay.
Okay, you're a hater, bro. I mean,
how's that hating? He's not great. It's
passing. We gotta see. I mean, he's not a high percent. Like he'll throw, in terms of his passing. Like
yes, he's a great passer.
He'll throw the ball. Like in terms of passing out of double teams, out of players. Like so, when you have a shooter,
Anthony Davis do that, bro. So what does that mean?
When you have a shooter, you want to kind of throw it to their chest.
I'm not saying he's
great. I would say good.
I'm not saying no,
but he's not no Magic level.
No, he's not, bro. Magic's elite. I'm talking about great. It's like tiers underneath.
I wouldn't say great because most of the time he's just passing out of double teams. That's it.
Okay, who would you consider a great passer? Like, would you consider Jason Tatum a great passer?
No, he's one of the worst.
Okay, you don't know basketball if you don't think he's a great passer.
Hold on. His turnover.
Jason Tatum?
No, he's not. He's not in the great category.
Bro, Jason Tatum is the best passer on that Celtics team. It's not Drew Holiday.
Yeah, but osmosis, man.
Now he's trying to.
Luka's going to give up a lot of points.
BK, now he's trying to say, can't build a wall on that team. Which one is it? You measuring up to the league or the team, bro?
What? Say? Oh, I was chatting with.
I mean, he's generating the offense for that team. So like,
but you just said measure it up to the players in the league, bro. Now you trying to measure it to the team.
I think Jason Tatum is a great passer. I think Giannis is a great passer.
No, I don't consider.
I think Jokic is
on that team.
Jokic is an elite passer.
If we measure it up to the rest of the league, he's not a great passer.
But you said okay.
But they got more.
Bro, listen to what I'm saying, bro. If you comparing Jason Tatum in terms of passing to the rest of the league, he's an okay passer compared to everybody else, bro. In terms of passing on his team, he's great. Yes.
Who would you consider a great passer in the league, like in general? Like
maybe LeBron, I'll put up there. Luka, I'll put up there. Harden definitely this season up there for real. After he left the Rockets. I'll put Mitchell in there too.
We're just using different
matter
words.
of fact, no, hold on, let me scratch that. I put Garland over Mitchell. Garland, I think, is a better passer.
Yeah, we're just using different words. I would consider them elite passers, and then like
you consider as who is a great passer?
I would consider guys like the guys you named. I would consider them like elite passers. Like I would consider like Tatum, Giannis, Mitchell, like a tier below. Like
I don't think Tatum's an elite passer because like his turnover it kills him.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying he's great. He's like a tier underneath it. It's just word semantics. That's all I'm saying.
Steph is a great passer.
I agree with that. I think Dame's a great passer.
I think you're just looking at it as just Jason Tatum on his team is a great passer, yes. But in terms of everybody else compared to, I think all those players is better than him.
Agree to disagree.
Tatum is a better passer.
But yes, I got Anthony. I think, bro, what has Giannis done since 2021, bro?
I mean, look,
like I said,
Chris
Middleton fell apart.
Yes, hold on. He's right in the comments. I do agree with that. I think Tatum is a better passer, to be honest.
Yeah, osmosis there.
That's fair.
Yeah, how do you think Mitchell Robinson does against like Boston, right? In terms of being able to anchor defense.
He plays well against Joel Embiid. I mean, I can't see no world where he don't play good against Porzingis.
Well, Porzingis can space the floor out. He can shoot threes.
Joel Embiid can too.
Yeah.
Wait, why are you saying?
But Joel was actually hurt though. He was like battling injuries. Like,
but if you look at their matchups against the two Mitchell and Joel Embiid, it's always been great.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah,
but against Porzingis, I think Mitchell Robinson will play well against Porzingis. All I'm saying is it depends on health. If Mitchell Robinson's healthy,
yeah.
Porzingis is the X factor on that team. I mean,
Tatum got to take it to another level, bro. You can't let Jaylen Brown get another Finals MVP over you.
I think Jason Tatum is better than him, regardless. I mean, even Finals MVP or not. Just ability-wise, I think he does a little bit more.
Tatum never takes it to the next level in the playoffs, though.
Yeah, the Knicks should have kept.
He never turns on that next tier, like he don't play like that next tier elite level. Like he always just plays like his regular season level.
The problem when the Knicks had Porzingis, they were looking at him as like a guy you can run your offense through, and whoever
they couldn't keep Porzingis, bro. He didn't want to beat her. Didn't he say that, bro? Didn't he say he wanted out?
I think they were expecting a lot out of him, though, man. He was injured. They expected him to be, even KD called him a unicorn. And I think
if I was KD, I would have went to the Knicks, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
If you pick like 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? You're supposed to be able to carry a franchise. Porzingis is not. He's not a guy. He's not a player that's like that can. Because look at Kyrie. Like Kyrie. When Luka left, right? He got hurt, man. I mean, it's tough trying to like go out there, create on almost every single possession from an offensive perspective, and play defense, man. He got hurt, So like carrying a team is just not easy, though.
How long was Porzingis over there on the Knicks, bro? Like 5 years, 6 years?
Nah, man. It was like
he was drafted when they still had Melo. So I mean, that had to be like, damn, 7, 8 years ago.
It wasn't long. I forgot who they traded him for though, but that was a mistake, man.
If I had a chance and I was KD to go back, bro, I would have never went to the Nets, bro. I'm just thinking like, you could have really played with Porzingis, bro. Like him.
Yeah, but like I said, man, we didn't get that OKC KD, man. Coming like,
bro, stop it, bro.
We got to water it down. Even though, like I said, the points. Like the points, even like it's LeBron
toenail away from going to the finals.
I agree, but what I'm saying was like the OKD,
the Hawks.
The OKD had like an explosive first step. I mean, you're 20, but you were probably like 10 years old. Yeah, I mean, he was like Giannis, man. He would just come down, jump from the dot, dunk on centers, man.
He was a crazy athlete.
Was that?
But the paint is clogged.
He was a crazy athlete back in OKC.
Yeah, man.
He was a monster.
But y'all don't remember though, the paint was clogged up though now when he came over to the Nets.
The Nets, you mean? Yeah. No, I'm just saying they still. Hold on. They still. Kendrick Perkins. I mean, he caused spacing issues, and you had Russell Westbrook. Like I said, Kevin Durant. I mean, it can
KD had a lot of athleticism, like dunk highlights when he was on the Nets, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Not like OKC. I mean, he had wide open dunks,
bro.
He wasn't dunking like he was.
It seem like KD was washed, bro. You trying to get into this conversation again?
No,
bro?
not washed. It's just that I didn't say he was washed.
Is this the Harden convo?
What's that?
Is this back to this Harden?
Yeah, he trying to say. He loves to say Harden was fat and out of shape, but Harden wasn't.
I hate that. I hate BK talks about that.
Yeah, no, it's true. I mean, you just go look at the highlights.
BK, it's funny how you be saying like these players is fat, slow, out of shape, right? But you like dudes like Şengün, Jokic, and these dudes be out here killing,
exactly,
and they fat,
the slowest dudes in the league.
Well, I mean, Şengün is not. I mean, both of them are not
in shape, bro.
Şengün is not fat. He's 240 pounds. I mean, that's one of the knocks on Şengün is that he's too small.
But
he's not like
you talking about is slow, out of shape. They be killing on the court, bro.
I mean, did you watch the Houston OKC matchup a week and a half ago? I mean, Şengün was killing Chet Holmgren.
That's my point, though. That like dudes like him, Jokic, Luka, all these dudes, bro, they just be killing. James Harden be fat and out of shape. He be killing still.
Yeah, no, I'm
still fat and out of shape and taking teams to a playoffs. Come on.
Yeah, he's just not Houston. He's not Houston.
But he was MVP, bro. He was averaging almost a triple double when he was on with the Nets.
Yeah, that Lakers team. They had a good team. They had Lamar Odom, right, who was like versatile, right. You didn't have a lot of big men a lot of opposing big men back then weren't used to guarding guys like Lamar Odom, man. Like Odom could put the ball on the floor, he could shoot, he could handle the basketball, he could pass. Robert.
I think James Harden's mistake was leaving Houston. I would have stayed.
Yeah. I mean,
look at all them players they got now, bro.
Yeah, who could foresee that though? Yeah.
I mean, they would have gone those players if he stayed.
Since he left Houston, he hasn't had no type of like playoff success.
Yeah. I mean,
it's gonna change this year.
Nobody like I said, nobody can see the future, man. Like nobody saw Tatum and all these
bro,
guys.
That is gonna regret it, bro. They might actually regret going to the Nets. Like looking down the line when they retire, bro.
Yeah. But I mean, it's not like I said. Kyrie wasn't Cleveland Kyrie. He wasn't. Just go look at Cleveland Kyrie. Right,
I'm not gonna lie, we never deserved KD and Kyrie in the first place.
Like Cleveland Kyrie was putting he was like a below the rim Giannis, man. He would put pressure on the rim, like get into the I said, damn, man. Like when he got to the Nets, man, it was just
BK. You don't think Kyrie's maybe now as athletic, but you don't think he's a better player overall now than he was with?
I think he's more efficient.
Yeah, he had a lot of injuries, so he's more cautious. He ain't trying to get hurt. Now, yeah. He had a lot of injuries.
I like his passing, and he even plays a little bit more defense now.
Because like I said, he watered his game down. I don't blame Kyrie for it, man. Because he had a lot of injuries.
His defense wasn't bad when he was on the Cavs.
Yeah, he gets hurt a lot though. So he would play hard, but he would get injured.
Blocks. He was getting steals.
Yeah. All right, so let me wrap this up, man. I should have been sleeping an hour ago, man. Yo, good show, man. Good stream.
Who y'all got winning the finals in the comments, bro?
Oh yeah, that's right. Odom wasn't with Shaq. I'm bugging osmosis. Yeah, that was later on during the Kobe Paul Gasol. I think
they had Slavadenko back then.
He was with Miami. Yeah, Odom was with Miami back then. Yeah.
Oh man.
That was such a long time ago, man. Like, damn, man. Yeah, Robert
this
Ory.
This might be a because the league is a little bit healthy though, so this might be a fun playoff series, bro.
I'm hoping for another. I want to see that Houston and Golden State like matchup right there, man. Draymond, Dylan Brooks.
We ain't gonna see Michael Jordan, Jimmy Butler over there on the Miami Heat, bro.
Yeah, man. They punked Draymond. Steph got cuffed. I never seen anybody do that to Steph, man. Like what like Amen Thompson. I'm like, wow,
bro. I'm not gonna lie. I rewatched that game, bro. Steph should have got some calls. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're not gonna say that's how it's gonna be in the playoffs, man. They ain't gonna be calling every 5.
Houston really gave Houston that game, bro.
You go to certain hoods, man, and you start calling a lot of fouls. You're gonna get, like I told Harlem, you're gonna get punched in your face,
bro. It was looking like the Michael Jordan days versus the Detroit Pistons, bro.
Yeah. So how do you think Jalen Brunson handles that physicality that the Detroit Pistons is gonna throw out?
Well, Detroit don't have the guys to do that right now. They don't have physical guys like that outside of Duran.
Yeah, BC. That's what I was saying. Yeah, Lamar Odom was in Miami at that time. You know, yeah. I forgot.
Outside of Isaiah Stewart and Duran, who else on that team is really physical? Like physical.
Jalen Brunson plays physical for his size. Like he doesn't get abused down there.
Down low, he plays physical. Like if he getting a little post up real quick.
But does Carl Anthony does he like physicality? Because some players
we seen him get physical in the event,
like Paul George, man. Like Paul George, I've seen him shrink when like things get physical. A lot of players don't like that.
But Cat against Denver got a little bit physical against Jokic.
He had to step up. I mean, Rudy Gobert was on the bench.
I ain't gonna lie, Cat played great defense on Jokic, bro.
Bro, yeah. He's the reason they won that series. He came in clutch in Game 7.
Boy. Oh, let me get one more thing from you, DJ. Not OKC. The Lakers and Minnesota. Who you got?
I got the damn, bro. Because Ant don't got Cat no more, bro. So,
well, they still got McDaniel. I
think the Lakers, bro.
I think with the Lakers, they have a lot of offensive limitations, though, man. It's Luka and LeBron. And then who else?
Reeves gives you 20 points, bro. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but that's like, was it 30, 67? That's 80-something points, though. That's the thing. Maybe. And Reeves is not doing that every single night.
This is how you know you're trying to diminish what they doing, bro. When AD left, their offense got better, bro. I think they averaging like 120 points a game.
Who?
That's their ceiling, 120 points.
Who, the Lakers?
Yes.
No, I mean, listen. Regular season and playoffs are totally different seasons.
It's literally one of their stats.
We seen players' numbers shrink, and we seen like what's his name, Julius Randle. Like in the playoffs, I mean, in the regular season, averages like 20-something points, 25 points a game.
Since Luka got there, though, they average in like points though.
No, I know, but that's the regular season, though. That's the regular season,
bro. That's not going to go away.
Playoff teams are going to target Luka and AR
and Austin Reeves. Yeah, man,
it's going to look really bad.
But yeah, outside of. Nah, I don't see Minnesota beating. They don't got Cat, bro. I don't see Minnesota beating the Lakers.
I don't know, man. You got like just two defensive liabilities there, man. I mean, Austin Reeves, he gives more effort than Luka, right? But he's still like a cone on defense, man. I mean, they can overpower him.
Hold on, outside of Ant-Man and Jaden McDaniels and Rudy Gobert, sometimes who else plays defense?
You got What about Naz Reid though? Does he play defense or?
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, but he don't do it consistently.
Well, my thing is that they're going to give up a lot of points as long as you have Austin Reeves out there, man. And
I think Minnesota has a better role.
I think you could hide one bad defender, but two, I don't know, man.
Because I don't trust Minnesota no more, bro.
I don't know, man.
When they lost Cat, I just lost all faith in Minnesota.
BK and DJ, who do you guys got between Nuggets and Clippers?
Nuggets.
I think that's one of the best series. You got Nuggets?
Nah, I got the Clippers. As long as you got Russell Westbrook on your team, you're doomed to lose. So
he's a hit. Yo, I can't believe it, bro.
I'll risk the monetization of this live to show you all the wonders.
It's crazy.
No, I'm a Russ fan, but he's a losing basketball player, bro.
He is.
You can't win with him. I mean, I've been following.
First of all, you act like you got to start him, bro. You just bring him off the bench.
He'll still lose you the game, though, man. I'm telling you,
he'll be unplayable,
bro. Who on the Clippers?
He'll be unplayable in that series.
The Clippers, bro. You got Kawhi Leonard. How you gonna trust Kawhi Leonard?
Have you ever played? No, I mean injury wise, but no.
I mean, he's one of the best playoff players ever. He averages like 3.
What since the Raptors? He hasn't been since.
Yeah, I mean, that's still there though.
That's not still there. He's old. Like what,
bro? I mean, he was injured last year, so I can't use
Toronto. First of all, Toronto, he was in his prime. He's out of his prime, bro. He's not in his prime no more.
But who's gonna guard him on the Nuggets? I mean, have you seen their wing defenders?
Bro, what did he do last season? What did he do the season before that? What was the Raptors Kawhi at then? He hasn't been there since.
But let's talk ball. Like, look at the Nuggets.
We talking ball. You just said he's one of the best playoff performers ever. When?
Yeah, he is. He hasn't for his career, he is. Yeah, he hasn't done it in general because he's been injured. I'm just talking about look at the defenders they have with.
But you got to understand when
who can
players
stop
get older and they experience more injuries, that prime, all that you talking about, is gone, bro. It's not there no more.
Yeah, but he's not gonna go and dunk on you like he did like
he's not winning no game, bro.
Years ago.
He's not turning back the clock. These players can't.
My thing is, like I said, you have Russell Westbrook on that team. You're not a serious basketball team, man.
Players like Kawhi can't turn back the clock, bro.
Okay.
I'm telling you, man.
And have you seen his defense? His defense is nowhere near the same, bro.
No, you're right. His defense is dropped, but he's not like Cone. I mean, he still can defend.
I remember when Kawhi was like one of the best defenders in the league, bro. Now he's not even in the conversation now.
Yeah, no, injuries took a lot out of him.
Well, yeah, I mean,
I can't stand when people really trust Kawhi. Like, y'all got to stop with this Kawhi.
But yeah, that's why probably Kawhi got to the point where he played hard every possession, man, before all the injuries.
I mean, he played hard. You can't trust no Kawhi Leonard, bro.
Yeah, no, I mean, I definitely agree with that. From an injury perspective,
come on, bro. Yeah. What is he now? Like 33, 35?
You can't trust that. You can't trust that Denver Nuggets defense either, though. I mean,
no, I can't trust it. But I mean, they got Jokic. Who's stopping Jokic?
My boy Zubac. Who else?
Nah, bro.
No, but again, like Jokic had. Hold on, Jokic had. This is my point exactly. He had 61 points,
Zubac
man.
Even guard the perimeter.
No, I'm playing with you. I think Clippers are gonna win.
And Osmosis is right. The Nuggets bench is actually trash. They regress. And you got Russell Westbrook coming off that bench,
the
man.
Clippers benches. Who on the Clippers got a good bench? Like they only got
Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons?
I wouldn't trust Ben Simmons right now, man. Nah. He's been out. He hasn't been playing.
Yeah, he hasn't really been playing. I think he's been benched a lot.
No, he's hurt. He's injured.
He's injured? I thought he was just benched.
Nah, he's injured.
Yeah, he always injured.
But like you don't like the role players on that team over Denver.
I don't like the Clippers bench in terms because like they don't have enough offense off of that bench. Like you get what I'm saying? Like they have a lot of defensive players.
No, that's facts. I mean, their defense.
Like outside of Bogdan, and I don't even trust Bogdan like that. But outside of Bogdan, I mean, who else on that bench can get you a shot?
And Bogdan, he's not a good defender, nor he's actually not a good passer. He's not a good passer. His assist is like 1.7.
And what happened to Bogdan's shot, bro? He used to be a good shooter.
Scout report is out on him now, man. I mean, you know what he actually does well, and you try to take.
I think he got washed up. I ain't gonna lie.
That's a possibility too. But
I got the Nuggets winning against the Clippers. I got the Lakers. I still picking the Lakers. I don't trust the Minnesota Timberwolves, bro. They lost. Outside of Ant-Man, bro, I don't trust that team, bro.
We got Mike Conley Jr., who knows how to anchor.
He's old, about 38, 39.
He's washed up.
Yeah, I'm saying he's not.
And he's like 6 foot, 5'11".
Yeah, but
I like Dante in that team, though. I think Dante can get.
But I like Dante DiVincenzo, but I still don't trust that team, bro. It's just something about them. Like when they lost Cat, their team just is not like.
Well, yeah. The thing is, you got Rudy Gobert in the half, like he's not really like a.
Yeah, you got two people in the half court set that are terrible.
Terrible, yeah.
You got Rudy. Like I would rather start Nas Reed over Julius Randle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I would start Nas Reed over like Gobert, man. He gives you more offense.
And the Rockets, who y'all got the Rockets winning that series? Who the Rockets playing?
We don't know yet because they got the play-in tournament. So either going to be Golden State or Memphis.
It don't matter. I got them beating either team.
But I want to see Golden State, though. I want to see Golden State. Like I said, Dylan Brooks, Draymond Green.
When Jimmy turns into his father,
Michael Jordan. Nah, Jimmy. Butler got punked in that last game, man.
That's okay. That's all right.
I think Jimmy's injured.
Hold up. What does Jimmy do always in the playoffs, bro?
No, listen. You facing Houston? Like Houston got
stop it, bro. They beat Houston like twice now.
No, I agree. Listen,
they only got one game off on the Warriors.
If they're gonna play, Jalen Green is actually getting better in terms of his like passing.
Okay, you keep trusting them young teams, bro.
You know, so we'll see. It's all up to Jalen Green because ain't nobody can stop that dude, man. I mean, he has
nobody can stop Steph.
Explosive first step going.
Nobody can stop Steph. Nobody can stop Jimmy.
They stopped Steph.
Bro, they was fouling Steph. That's not Steph.
No, I'm talking about the 15 possessions where Amen Thompson was guarding Steph. I mean, Steph couldn't do anything.
Those 15 possessions, 10 of those was just bad, bro.
What? Like you ever played against guys? You ever played at the free throw line? You ever played against like hyper athletic guys like Amen Thompson? Like you can't be playing around with them.
They was literally letting them get away with everything, bro. That's not gonna happen again.
No, it will happen in the playoffs. They're not gonna be getting all those cheap calls. You think he's gonna foul?
You think the Rockets gonna get those two?
No, the Rockets didn't have to do all that.
Bro, that was a bad game, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That wasn't a good game at all. The Rockets
they have no answers for Jalen Green, right? Nobody on that team can guard Jalen Green.
And you're acting like Jalen Green's consistent. Like one night,
that's what I'm saying, bro.
No, I'm just he's a guy. He's a guy that can get to the rim. Hold on, he's a guy that can get to the rim and shoot.
Bro, Jimmy's stopping all that, bro.
What?
Jimmy will lock that up.
Who? Jalen Green?
Yeah, Jalen Green's not that good.
Nah, man, get out of it. You see how you see he's his first step is insane, man.
These dudes must have forgot who Jimmy and Steph is, bro.
And Jalen Green actually he actually plays off the basketball too. He's not.
BK, remind me how many rings Jalen Green got?
No, I'm just saying. You asking the older 36-year-old man to go. It's a young man's game, man. You know.
And what young player has won a ring so far, bro?
No, I'm just saying it's not a good matchup, man. Jimmy Butler and Jalen Green, I don't like that matchup.
A team full of 18, 19-year-olds on the team. Like, come on, bro. I'm not trusting the Rockets, bro.
They punked Jimmy in that last game. The
Rockets is filled with teenagers, bro. I'm not trusting that team.
No, they got vets. They got Dylan Brooks. They got
Dylan Brooks.
Yeah.
Don't mention Dylan Brooks.
No, listen, man. He's hitting his threes.
So what that mean?
He'll hijack a game. Like I seen him do it.
So can Draymond. Draymond can do the same thing too.
BK, let me remind you, experience conquers all, bro.
Yo, I agree, but you can't be old.
That's funny because to me,
man, because Steph is 37 years old now. How old is Steph Curry? Like 36, 37 years old?
That's cool. You can name his age, but to me, he looking like his prime.
Not against Houston.
That was one game, bro. Like you naming that same game, bro. That don't mean nothing.
That was one game, BK. You watched 4 games and then hopped on the Houston.
Nah, man.
They're not that good.
Since he want to name one game, right? Name the other games when Steph and go win against the Rockets this season, bro. They spanked them, bro. So what does that mean?
Yeah, I listen. And Ime Udoka, I trust, man. All right?
That was one game. What about
we should have Nets should have had that nigga, man. Like damn,
this man really giving credit to for one game.
Oh man.
Yo, Brooklyn Nets fan, that draft is garbage, man. that's why the Knicks gave up all those picks.
BK be hating, bro.
What happened to all the Ace Bailey hype? I thought he was the next T-Mac and KD. I'm not hearing anything anymore.
I don't know who was saying that. That was only probably the Nets.
No, yes, like when he was in high school.
Saying that.
Y'all know how the Nets fans be, bro. They be overhyped.
No, there was some scouts actually saying that. But see, BKNY Hoops broke it down. I'm like, hell no.
I'm not gonna lie. This draft, I wouldn't say this draft is trash, but this draft is mediocre.
Yeah. So you don't think that Ace Bailey could be like another Men Thompson? You don't think he can?
No, that's not even his ceiling.
He's a terrible defender.
Horrible.
He's horrible at defense.
Nah, but
who was a good defender outside of probably VJ?
That's true too.
Cooper's a good defender. Dylan's a good defender.
I agree that. Yeah, I agree that.
Oh. I mean, outside of that, the bigs are like really limited. I mean, there's Kaman and
I like Edgecombe though. I think we should draft Edgecombe.
Yeah, but his Edgecombe. I mean, his offense.
You want to talk about athleticism all the time? That's an athletic player right there.
Yeah, but athleticism was skill too, man. You know,
skills.
There was reports coming.
He got ball handlers. I think he got ball handling skills for sure.
Scouts were really negative about him. They said,
I am too.
Most likely.
I am too. I watched him. I'm like, nah, he has to work on his offensive game, man.
VJ plays exactly how
he's gonna get a lot of his points over like off of defense, man. Like disruptive. He's an excellent defender, man. Yeah. Well, DJ dropped off. All right, let me wrap this up. This should have been done like an hour and a half ago. I didn't plan on being on here this long.
All right, see you later.
Yeah, good show, man. Definitely like, comment, subscribe, certainly share the show. And when you share, the universe certainly shares back with you. Peace.